Welcome one and all to my World of Goo Let's Play. Today we need to call a meeting. The Horizontal Transportation Innovation Committee, in fact. Because this level is ridiculously hard, do watch what I am maneuvering here and know that time bugs are your best friend on this level. What we have to do is purposefully break some of our goo here. As the sign painter warned us in the last level, we are going to lose and leave behind some of our goo. So you have to make a hinge here, and then with the one lone balloon that is annoyingly in the mix of all those other goo, so it's hard to get. Of course, it wouldn't be easy, right? Once you can, come on, balloon, grab it, then you need to try and make a small flying machine by getting it to bend at the hinge and pull up simultaneously with the balloon so you can go to the other side of the canyon. Because when you get a look at this, also try not to pop the balloon. That helps. Without the balloon, you're screwed. You're really not doing this puzzle. Not kidding. There's no way to do this puzzle otherwise. But once you see how large the gap is, you're going to be blown away. This is seriously the most enormous divide that the goo balls have had to travel in this whole entire game. It's seriously the largest one, and the only way to do it is by leaving these all behind. We'll be back for them, don't you worry, we will be back. Maybe we can get a pendulum swing going on here. Come on, we just need to sever that one connection and get this balloon going with something lighter. But if you try to do it the other way, if you try to break, if you think that breaking, oh, there we go, we're getting somewhere. Breaking the other side of the goo might be easier, the other face of the canyon, because there's a gear there. Well, I haven't had much luck doing that. Maybe you can if you're OCD and trying a lot of methods often. Maybe you might find some solution to that, where the gears can shear it off a lot quicker with a lot less goo loss than I am doing here. But for me, it's trial and error. For me, this is a very difficult level. I mean, this is the last three levels of the game. They're not going to be a cakewalk, and that's good and expectable of any indie game that is worth its salt, which World of Goo is. Perfect. We've got it. No, we had it. That's exactly what we're trying to do. We're trying to get a 2-goo line structure of a flying machine to go with us, so we can wake up the other goo on the other side. We could keep that damn balloon when it rises up. Up, go, go, yes. No. Wait, can we transport one goo ball? Let's see. Oh, it goes too fast. Probably not. Restart. Time bugs, like I said, are your best friend in this level. But doing it on the other face, the reason that it's so risky to do and why I never found success in doing it is while it's hard to see now, because all the goo balls are wildly going across that rectangular structure there, there is a screw bolt that is a trick of a trap that lets anybody who is thinking that they're the best builder with the stratifications of going across long gaps, they think that they really know what they're doing and that, oh, the sign painter says that I can't build across here and that it's impossible to get across, but I know there's a way. I know there's a way and I can do it. Yeah, there's no way, even with the one balloon, that you can possibly do that, because as soon as it gets a certain weight, the whole entire cube flips forward on its face and smacks into the spikes and spinning gears. So it's no good, not a good strategy. This, what I'm doing here, although it is frustrating and although it is time consuming, it's the only way that I've found personally to work out well. And it's a very easy thing to really get stuck on and then quit the game for. I mean, trust me, I've quit games sometimes on the final boss, like RPGs of Mario and Luigi, just because I didn't have enough strength or I didn't have enough training or I misallocated the stats when I really should have been doing it another way, and then it's too far in the game. I've put games down like that and never went back to pick them up. Trust me, I know. So that's what walkthroughs are great for. You can see that one thing that you may not have thought of or have been missing. Tricky, tricky flying machine. And this is where you have to do juggling. You know, the first part was difficult in that you had to avoid popping all of your goo at once and the balloon. Because you need the goo, you need some of the goo, at least 2 strands, 2 to make a strand, because as we already saw there through testing, it's very hard to transport one goo ball, and I don't think you can actually hook onto one goo ball, because it's not counted as any sort of structure. But you need a chain of lively goo like these to make it over. And since there's no indicator pipe telling you when you're getting close to the end, I suggest trying to fly relatively low. I mean, there's the pipe. It lets you know that you're getting close, but you need to know more close to the ground. Ah, damn it. And when you're in the air, it's good to have time bugs because they are fun for juggling. And wow, that was a close last-minute epic catch. As soon as it goes onto the structure there, it will lock into place. So you have to be careful. That's why I suggest you hover low when you can get more near and out of the gap and out of the fear of running into the other cliffside of spikes. I recommend flying low and not landing right away because as soon as you do, it will lock into place. And if that happens, and you're too far away from the goo that you needed to wake up in order to get up to that pipe, and then one by one, yes, this is the second, or actually I guess third daunting part of this challenge. 3 main daunting parts: getting the flying machine, flying the flying machine in this juggling manner, and then also landing it and properly getting all the goos over there one by one. Ah, see, that's something I was trying to avoid. They don't stop rolling. There's nothing to stop them from going off the side. So you need to, 1, get close enough to them without waking them up, and then 2, if you can, try to prevent them from committing gooicide, as I would call it. But we did it. We only need 8, so if you're impatient and you just want to get this level done, which I totally understand if you do, I didn't mean to do that, damn it, what a waste of goo, then just go ahead and get 8. Throw 8 goo balls over there. Don't literally throw them. These are not the fling goo type. They will not fly as you want them to, and that will just be too much of a waste. Wouldn't you hate it if you just kept chucking them over there, and when you check back on your goo tank collection, there was only maybe 7? 7 is the worst number, of course, because that's 1 away from the goal. It would be not so bad if you only got 2, and it's like, alright, I know this tactic will never work again, but to get 7, oh, that is brutal. That is brutal, because there's no mercy. There's no regeneration of goo. If you went back with your time bugs, you probably wouldn't be able to reverse all the damage you did with your flinging, but trust me, transporting them over one by one is really the best method to get the most goo balls possible for the World of Goo Corporation final goo build tower. I did not mean to do that. Sorry. Sorry. But that's my goal in this game. It's not to get the OCD every time, because I will be honest with you, you have to be a super good player. OCD, it's not even any sort of disorder. It's a mastery, really, of what you're doing, I think, in a way. And I am just not that beautiful and good with playing games. I just can't, I can't pwn like that. I can show you how to get through the game in a good way, and if you have more skill than me, then whew, by all means, win! And then maybe post a video response. That's something I encourage. If you guys do better on a section of a game than I do, and you want to share that with the world to show an improved method, then by all means please do, because I only find out how to beat bosses and levels that are frustrating like this sometimes only through walkthroughs. Yes, I too watch walkthroughs all the time. I shouldn't say all the time. More times than not, I'm editing walkthroughs all the time, and I'm not even playing as many games as I should be that I have on me. It's just I'm focusing on certain projects, so I don't even want to get into an LP of someone, because then that's something I have to follow, subscribe to, and I don't mind subscribing to people who are really worth subscribing to, but keeping up with all their series is kind of tough to do when you still want to play your new games too. The Steam Summer Sale, I haven't even broken into half of those games that I got, so that alone is going to keep me packed and busy throughout the winter. I don't even need to worry about the new games coming out, that's why I'm not even considering Wii U. But regardless, even in those games, the quickest thing I do, I don't even look for any written walkthrough, because sometimes they're written very poorly, sometimes they just have a lot of fluff in them that you have to read through, and then it's like, why did I waste all my time reading that when I could have just had the answer going to YouTube and searching, you know, Deuce X, this level, this boss, and, you know, what's the best strategy there? Usually you just have to type in the level that you're on or the boss that you're facing, and then the most popular video is somebody who knows how to do it best. And that helps unbelievably so. Unfortunately, those goo won't be coming with you. I guess you could probably build a smaller flying machine. I don't know. I really don't know how to do it, but the raw scientifically goo are the only ones that appear left. But they appear to be filled with hope. I remember when I used to have hope and ambition. And then you got to this level and quit. Of course, they will still never be able to get to the other side. It's probably best to skip this area. Nobody will even notice. But the sign painter will know. No need, my comrades, to skip this area. Once you make the small flying machine and do your juggling midair with the goo balls, you'll get to your goal of the pipe, and there will be no problems. Plus, we got 33 extra goo balls. That is a ton of extra goo. That pleases me so. Oh, and wow, we actually got OCD by accident, so I'll see you tomorrow.